Thanks for staying with Headlines today. We continue to get you exhaustive ground reports from Jammu and Kashmir as the state struggles to come to terms 11 days after the worst floods hit in 6 decades. 130,000 people have been evacuated so far, and authorities are turning their focus to providing relief to those who've been rendered homeless, and there are thousands. But all efforts took a hit last night after a cloudburst in Doda in the Jammu region. Meanwhile, 84 transport aircraft and helicopters of the Air Force and the Army Aviation Corps and 35,000 troops are currently pressed into service as part of this huge rescue operation launched by defense personnel. The Union Home Secretary has been camping in Srinagar and monitoring rescue and relief work on the ground as well. And this is a Headlines Today impact story, an omission that proved to be disastrous for Jammu and Kashmir. The Central Water Commission, responsible for forecasting floods and issuing advisories to states, has no flood forecasts for Jammu and Kashmir. Days after washing its hands off its role in raising the alarm, the CWC backtracked. Pankaj Upadhyay reports.
It's being described as the worst floods of the century. Lives lost, people displaced. The face of paradise on earth turned into one of despair. But could Jammu and Kashmir be better prepared to fight floods? Perhaps yes. Headlines Today has found that the Central Water Commission, the agency responsible for forecasting floods and issuing advisory to states, had no flood forecast for Jammu and Kashmir. The reason for the absence of a flood control situation in Jammu and Kashmir is unclear.
The issue is that there was a mechanism of providing data to the government of Jammu and Kashmir. Our people were observing the data till the 5th of September night, and the data, whatever was required, was being passed on to the government of Jammu and Kashmir time and again. And as far as the forecasting is concerned, the protocol was not set up between the Jammu and Kashmir government and the Central Water Commission. But this protocol was not set up in the view of the fact that generally the Jhelum River does not really experience such high floods. We are also in the process of improving our observation network. In fact, during the 12th plan, we are also planning to put in 800 more sites. In fact, we already have about 850 sites in operation across the country. We are going to increase the sites in the hilly regions and in the more difficult regions, and we are going to have almost, we are trying to develop our network, even though we are having a target of going still further than that, so that the observation network is not found wanting.
Many hope that the tragedy would be a valuable lesson to the state and government-funded institutions that tackle such disasters. Regrettably, no lessons learned. With Pankaj Upadhyay in Delhi, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.